cost of sales, 700,000 goes to your expenses, 1.4 million is in cost of sales and expenses, and then you net $1 million. That's the economic model of the MREA. Let's look on page 31. So is compensation all you offer? Should it be?
No, it shouldn't be.
Okay, what else should it be, Vicki?
Opportunity to grow.
Opportunity to grow, what else?
Synergy of a team.
Okay, so let's write that down. So opportunity to grow, synergy of a team. So opportunity, synergy, whenever you talk about synergy, what do you mean by that?
Being able to hang around other top producers, brainstorming, masterminding, emulating, modeling, mentoring.
So being able to hang around a productive crowd. Okay, so that's cool. What else? What else could you offer beyond compensation?
Training.
Say again?
Training.
Oh, training. Okay. Anything else?
Job satisfaction.
Job satisfaction. Okay. What else? What else could you offer beyond? Okay, right here.
I like the vacation and sick leave. If you
Vacation
can offer
and
that out to employees.
so benefits.
Yeah, benefits.
Okay, so a benefit package. That's important right now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, what else? Anything else?
Wealth building opportunities.
Wealth building. What kind of wealth building, Keith?
You know, obviously profit share opportunities, but also finding out where they want to go, what they want to do. You know, really what their big why is, and then helping them get there.
Okay, so I think that what we've seen here is that beyond just compensation, remember we talk about people making and writing an emotional check to the role, and then we also talk about the benefits of job satisfaction. And I've done a lot of studies on in relationship to getting the right people on the bus. And I'd always go back to Lee Cockrell is another reading that you might want to read, Creating Magic. And it's all about customer service. Lee Cockrell, for many of you, if you know or not, is actually was the guy that brought customer service in Disney, the Disney Corporation, to a whole nother level. And it's all about customer service and how to make employees feel like, and how to have them feel like they have ownership in the company, and rewarding them for jobs well done. So we go back to, again, job satisfaction.
And who is that by the way?
It's Lee Cockrell. He wrote that book, and it's called Creating Magic.
Is that Cockrell with a K or a C?
It's C-O-C-K-R-E-L-L, Lee Cockrell. You might want to read that. Because the best teams that I've seen in the Keller Williams system, I have to tell you that their team is synergistic. They look after each other. They are all bought into one purpose and one vision of where the team is going. It's an amazing opportunity whenever you see a team running like that. You might want to have a look at research, and if you can find a way to meet them at Mega Agent Camp or Family Reunion, the Van Pools out of Dallas, Barbara and Seychelle Van Pool. They have an amazing team, and it's very synergistic. And so that's what, if I were building a team, that's what I would want to be striving for. Would you agree?
Yes.
Any other thoughts about that? Okay, so let's turn to page 32. And on page 32, we're going to look at a sample budget. Once again, you'll see there for $6 million in production, $10 million, $16.7 million, $26.7, and $40 million in production. You'll see a sample budget for each one of those levels of production. And what do you see there? You see your cost of sales on a $6 million producer at $21,000, 12% of their production. gross profit of 159, expenses 59,300, and then net profit of 99,700. Kind of looks like a business, doesn't it? Do you think this agent really knows and can hold accountable what they're spending?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, yeah, this looks like a company's P&L or sample budget, doesn't it? How many of you have a budget that looks like this? Oh. Okay.
That's what we're in here on.
Well, God bless you. Thank God you're here.
I have one, but it doesn't look as nice.
Yeah.
Oh, you have one, but it doesn't look as
That
nice.
doesn't look as, I should have it, or like you said, the accountability and the responsibility of what I should be doing.
Okay, all right, perfect. So if we were to, let's look at this and think about this for a second. If we were to put our business up for sale as real estate agents, when an attorney gets ready to retire or they decide to sell their practice, what do you think their business looks like?
Better be profitable. Who's gonna buy it?
Profitable. Thank you, Vicki. What else? What does it look like on paper? Oh, it looks like this. So whenever an attorney sells his practice, how is their business any different from ours?
It's not.
Oh, so how are they
They
similar?
have a client base.
They
We
have a
a client base.
Okay, so they have a client base, we have a client base, what else? Anything else? Do they have anything else to sell?
Yes.
Their name.
Their name,
Their brand.
Client base.
their database. Their Goodwill, Henry, okay, their database. Oh, so do you think that a licensed attorney or anyone else that provides service and knowledge as part of their service, do you think that they have a P&L?
Absolutely.
Sure.
They have to.
So why don't we?
Because we don't look at it as a business.
Oh, so we don't look at it as a business. So what's your aha?
Making sure they
Think
get
of
it done.
business as a business.
You think it should look like a little more like this?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, because remember, what is it? Businesses worth
Owning.
what?
Owning.
Owning. Businesses worth owning. And if you came to me and you said, Deb, I want to sell you my practice, my real estate practice, what do you think is the first thing I would ask you for?
P&L.
I want to see your books. But see, we don't do that. We don't think like that as real estate agents. Whenever we pick up our marbles and we go home, we allow the other agents on the board and new agents that are coming in, that all of those clients get absorbed by the realtors in the market instead of us selling those practices. We only get in there and play in the real estate profession for a while. We don't document our business, and then when we get ready to retire, we take our marbles and we go home, and all of our clients are picked up by future realtors. Wow. That's sad. Would you agree?
Yes.
What should we be doing? Janice? I can see it right there on the tip of your tongue.
Well, I just wrote down that I need to sit down with someone and come up with a plan exactly like this.
High five. You're my new favorite.
Can I promo something?
Absolutely.
One of the things that the region has done for probably the last 4 or 5 years is we typically bring in, well, Bruce Hardy's done it in the past, but we do a business planning clinic, which is usually October to November-ish. So if this is important to you, okay, which it is, come to the business planning clinic, because you will walk away with this.
Absolutely. I can only tell you that I have a very good friend of mine that she's in the Keller Williams system. She developed a team in Connecticut. Okay? $10 million producer. She documented the team. She documented the database. She sold it for $250,000 cash up front and 25% referrals off the life of the database.
Ooh, I love that.
She is currently building another one to sell. There are agents in this industry that's what they do. They go out, they build teams, they build databases, they sell the practice, and they keep 25% referrals. What are they building? What are they building?
Residual.
Passive income.
Yeah.
That's their retirement. Come on now.
That's good.
Let's think bigger. Raise the lid. This is bigger than you can even imagine. Are you with me?
Yes.
That's why it's so important that your business, whenever you get ready to sell your business, that you must have, and imagine that if you have this finely tuned machine, and you have the administrative, and you have the systems embedded in it, and you've got the right people on the bus, what do you think it would be worth? Oh, and by the way, what would it be worth if you had nothing?
Nothing.
Ouch. Huge gap. I just love that. Okay, so let's talk about who do we add on page 33. Janice, you're really thinking there.
You know what I'm thinking, and this is my huge
We want to know.
I feel like there aren't enough hours in the day to even take the time to sit down and do this, and I understand how very important it is. It's like, how do you find the time?
Sometimes you have to take a step back
Right.
to take 2 or 3 steps forward. Sometimes you have to slow down to catapult ahead.
Right.
The
And
other thing too is you can leverage that out. You don't have, I mean, there's people called accountants.
well,
Right, so they can do, right.
it's about recruit select and getting the right people in your 3-foot circle.
Right.
Because the right person in your 3-foot circle can take all of that, put that together for you, and allow you to go do what you do best, and that's to sell real estate. Yeah. All right, so page 33, who do you add? Here's a sample team model. Let's have a look at it. You see, there's you at the top. Boy, you look great, don't you? Wow, just look at you. Just look fabulous. Okay, then on that next lateral, on the next level, you have the executive assistant, a lead buyer specialist, and a lead listing specialist. And by the way, you should know this is just a sample. Okay, it doesn't dictate what your model should look like. Underneath that executive assistant is a transaction coordinator. Underneath that is a buyer specialist. Underneath that is a listing specialist, and you'll see that underneath the buyer specialist is a showing assistant, and underneath the listing specialist is a listing assistant. That's a pretty neat team, isn't it? How many of you right now in your offices have a transaction coordinator? Oh, so you already have somebody on your team. Wow. How many of you in your offices have a short sale negotiator? Oh, so there's another person on your team. So the people that you need to build a team might be in your very office. How many of you have a title rep in your office? Or an escrow in your office? Oh, so there's another person. How many of you have a mortgage company in your office? Oh my goodness, look at all those team members you have. So you really have a pretty intricate team already, don't you? All right, I want to talk to you a little bit, and I'm only going to stay here for 1 second. And the reason I want to stay here is because whenever I saw Gary Keller do this, I sat there and my mouth fell to the floor. I thought it was probably one of the most innovative things that I had seen, and it was actually at Masterminds, which is another great place for you guys to go and learn more about how to build your businesses, and that's at Masterminds. Excuse me. So what I saw Gary do was that this is you. Okay, this is you, all right? And then you have a team of showing assistants. You don't necessarily have a buyer specialist yet. Here is you. You are sending these referrals, these 25% referrals to showing assistants in your office, and these may be people that you've handpicked and that you've trained, okay? In Riverside, what we did is I took a week-long course and taught and certified showing assistants for my listing specialist. And there was a troop of people in our office that went through that entire course, and part of their audition was they had to go out into the field and they had to go show houses. They had to go show 3 houses for their certification. And they had to do it famously to be on and to get this certification within our office. So now what's going to happen here, guys, is that one of these is going to become a bright, shiny penny. See, what you're doing is testing the model. You're referring out to this person on a 25% referral. One of these is going to become a bright and shiny penny. Okay? This person's going to move into your buyer specialist role. Okay, and then they will have and go out and develop their own team of showing assistance. That's pretty cool, huh? I would not, and I agree with Gary on this, I would not add a buyer specialist to my team until I tried out and auditioned several showing assistance. One of them is going to step up to the plate. Yes, Heath?
The beauty of this model, and all too often we see this, is, okay, I'm gonna grow a team and I'm bringing on a buyer specialist, and 90 days down the line, they just don't perform, so you get out of business with them. This is dating before you get married, and it's such a beautiful model.
It sure is.
And because it's really easy to sell to somebody, to somebody who's interested in eventually getting into that buyer specialist.
Absolutely, and you let them know that they're being auditioned to become a buyer specialist on your team. And by the way, maybe the certification course or maybe the training that they attended in the market center is not deep enough for you. The training centers in each and every market center are there for your use. It's part of your Keller Williams value proposition at being at KW. Do your own course. Do your own training and certification that works for your team. Go out and enlist some people